Now on the next page, .php, we will introduce a variable called first, to which we will going to assign a value from full name through a built-in function called string token, which allows us to extract something from the string based on something. So basically what I'm saying here is that I want you to look for in this string a space and read whatever you find before the space. So everything up to the space will going to be copied into first. So it basically extracts a string based on a token, and our token is a space. Similarly, we have another function called string position. It will search through the entire string and will return the numeric value of the location where it finds that symbol that you're looking for, or a letter that you're looking for. And this will be different for everybody based on the length of your first name. Now, in my case, my first name is 4 letters long, but the first letter's position is 0. So space, which is at the 5th location, is actually at position 4 because the first letter is 0. Got it? Now I would like you to declare another variable called first2 and store the same first name, which is in the first variable, but change a few things in the case. So I'm comparing two strings, first and first two. So if they are same, the function will return 0. So when I refresh, for me it comes out -1, not 0, because when I entered with an uppercase S, and here I'm storing it with a lowercase s. So negative number means the first string is less than second string. And a positive number would mean that the first string is greater than the second string. Now, copy this and paste it right below. And we will now going to change our function from strcmp to strCaseCMP, which is to do case insensitive search. Now when we refresh, it will going to come out 0. So our first and first two the same. So in second case, it will come out 0 because of case insensitive search. Okay. Similarly, we can also display string length. That can be done with the help of a function called Str Len, to which you can pass a string. And again, depending on the size of your full name, this number will vary. So my first name is 4 letters, my last name is 6, and with a space in between, it comes out to 11. String length 11. Next, I will store this in a variable. So I'm going to call this one len variable. And I'll just simply cut this and paste it here and replace the previous code with the name of that len variable. Now that I know the position of the space, and I also know the length of the string, now I will use them to extract the last name out of that full name by using a function called substring. So my last is coming out of the substring function. So I give the name of the string, the starting position, and the end. So I wrote line 14, and then I also wrote line 18. So 14 and 18. Now on number 14, where it says space position, put space position +1. And refresh your output. And you will notice that it makes no difference to the output. What is the reason? Remember, the space position was the position of the space. +1 will actually put me at Y. So PHP was intelligent enough to ignore that and start from Y. Now do length -1. Length -1. Now when you refresh it, there's no difference to the output either. Right? Why? Because what is the length of the name? 11. And what is the position of the letter F? Counting from 0. So this is the thing. SAADYOUSUF. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So starting from 0 for S, including the space, F is at position 10. So when I said earlier len, it said from 4 through 11. So I was including the space and I was also going past the length. If you were to do this in other languages, they will yell back. But PHP is intelligent enough to know, okay, instead of yelling, let me fix it. So it'll work either way. Even if you go beyond, he will going to push you back. The length of the name is 11 characters, including the space. But since we start from 0, Saad is 4, Yusuf is 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. Plus 1 space, 11. But since we start the counting from 0, so 0 through 10 makes 11. Okay? It's the same stuff from Java. That's why do not forget Java. Okay? Even if you don't want to drink it. See, I don't have my Java in front of me today. Okay, so that gives you another way into the string functions. Let's declare another variable called word. So what this function does, that it allows you to count the number of words in a string. So that is a big help to programmers, because otherwise you would have to write a program logic to do that. That you have to run a loop through the string and look for spaces. And every time you run into a space, you say, okay, one word is done. But that built-in function is a blessing. It just goes and counts the number of words. Okay? Now, next thing. We have another variable. We're going to call this sentence equals to we are learning web programming. Really. So we will apply the next two functions on this variable. Print. So you see first. That means uppercase the first letter of the string. So let me change the V's W to a lowercase. And now we will refresh the output. And you will notice that it will uppercase the W of V because of UC first. Okay, so uppercase only the first letter of the sentence. So we will now copy this line and paste it right below. And we will now change the UC first to UC words. This will capitalize the first letter of words in a string. So now when you refresh, you will see that every word's first letter is uppercase. UC words versus UC first. Next one. Sentence is string to upper. So it will going to convert the sentence to all uppercase. Everything will be uppercase. And very similar, you have string to lower, which converts everything to lowercase. So in this round, we have added lines 17 through 21. Good. Now let's create sentence 2 by using a function replace, which is string underscore I replace. The first thing is what you're looking for. So I'm looking for the word V, and I want to replace it with the word you in the sentence, and then store the result in sentence 2. So the sentence number 2 is, and then I will going to get rid of this string to lower and replace it with the sentence 2. So now when you refresh this after this change, you will notice that in sentence number 2, it not only replaces the first V with U, but also replaces the first 2 letters of web with U as well. So what it does, it replaces every occurrence, all occurrence of V, not only the first one. So will replace all occurrences of V with U if it appears individually or part of a word. So L trim will trim from the left side. R trim trims from the right side. So L trim trims from the left side, so it just trims the spaces from the left in Sam. R trim trims the spaces from the right, so it trims the extra spaces. And trim trims from both sides. So in all 3 cases, the final output will be the same.